Hello, my name is Elijah Miti, creator of Ocean Business Blueprint. Over the past weeks, I've been receiving inquiries from people around the world to just find out how they can start a business. And I'm sure that you might be one of them, and your question is, Elijah, how can you help me start a business? Well, today in this video, I'm going to cover how you can start your own business. Now, how do you start a business? Well, I have come up with a formula that I call PBTPAS. PBTPAS. The first P represents your passion, then the B is your budget, then the T is thinking big, the P is the problem, the R is anchoring, and the S is selling. So these are the areas that you need to consider when you are trying to start up a business. Now, let's go in detail in this kind of formula so that you can have maximum success in your business. When we look at passion, the first question that you should ask yourself before you start any form of business is identifying your passion. What is my passion? It can be an area in music, it can be an area in information marketing, it can be in banking, it can be in authoring, writing books, it can be in video production, it can be in coaching, it can be maybe in manufacturing. So basically, the first thing that you need before you start any form of business is to identify your passion. What is my talent? What is my passion? I'll give you an example. In my personal life, I've discovered that God has gifted me with quite a number of gifts. And my area of passion at the moment is in writing books, which is authoring or being an author. And also I do publish books for other people, experts, be it a maid, be it a grave digger, you can be an accountant, you can be a doctor. I help those people write their first books. Apart from that, I also help and coach. I speak internationally, and that is also another area that I do. Like this video is specifically to train you more like mentorship, or what other people can call coaching. So over the years, I have been writing books, selling books, and through my books, I have seen how my gift has made me move to another level where I'm invited to speak in other countries as well as locally here in South Africa where my office is. So the first thing that you need to consider is your passion. Then the second thing that you need to look at before you start any form of business is a budget. How do you draw up a budget that will help you start a business? Number one is that you need to do what we call an annual budget. An annual budget is actually you writing down everything that you want to achieve in that particular year. For instance, you want to buy your dream house, you want to buy your dream car, you want to go for holidays, you want to pay for your daughter's or son's schools or university, you want to buy yourself nice clothes, you want to buy nice shoes, you want to take that boat cruise. So what you do is you list all the things that you want to do in that particular year, and put an amount to it. An example is, if for instance I want to start a business and my budget is, say, for the whole year is $1.2 million. What I need to do is to write down everything that I need to do in that particular year, including all expenses like food. You also include things like transport for yourself, for your kids. You include holidays. You include things like buying a new car. So you put amounts to everything that you actually list for your budget. Then you come up with a figure. The total figure after you add up everything should be, for instance, 1.2 million. Once you have done that, you need to identify how much you need to be earning every month. So that is solved by dividing the 1.2 million by 12 months. So for instance, if you divide 1.2 million by 12, you get 100,000. So it means that you need 100,000 monthly income for you to achieve your budget. So what you do is you get the annual figure, which is 1.2 million. So what you do is you get a calculator like this one and you calculate $1.2 million divided by 12 months gives you 100,000. So the 100,000 is what you need monthly. So if you are to start a business, you need a business that makes 100,000 monthly. Then to make it simple, you have to divide the 100,000 by 4 weeks in a month so that you know exactly how much you need to be earning weekly. In this case, you get the answer of $25,000. Then you break this weekly income into days. So you divide the 25,000 by 7 days in a week. So you need a business that makes 3,571.42. Then you also need to break it down again by 24 hours. So I'll divide the 3,571 by 24, and that gives me $148.80. So that's what I need to be making every hour in order for me to achieve my budget of $1.2 million. So in other words, you write down exactly what you want in that particular year to help you establish a business that makes only $148 per hour. Another example that I can give you just to simplify things is, maybe for instance you're saying, okay, I want to make $120,000 this year in my business. Or maybe you are working, you would say, okay, I want to be earning $120,000 annually. What you do is you need to find out how much should I be earning every month. You divide that by 12 months and that gives you $10,000. Again, you want to know how much should I be earning weekly. You divide that one by 4 and it gives you $2,500. Then to know how much you need to be earning daily, you divide that by 7 days in a week. It gives you $357.14. That's what you need in your business to actually achieve your goal. Then you divide that again by 24 hours in a day. It means you only need a business that makes $14.88. So once now you have established that, you move to the next level, which is the T, that is thinking big. When you are trying to establish any form of business, you need to think big. By thinking big, I mean you need to start thinking globally. You don't just need to think of the local community where you are, or having a business that will just sell within the country that you are in. So now, in this area now, you first need to register the business. It can be a limited company, it can be a closed corporation, it can be a sole trader, it can be a partnership. Once you have registered your business with the authorities, usually it's a department of commerce in a country that you are in, then once the company is registered, you need to open up a bank account. It's important that you open up a bank account because you need to start an accounting system that goes through your bank for you to declare your revenue with the revenue authorities, and also to receive payments, to also make payments in your business. So it's important that you open up a business account. Then the next part in thinking big is you also need to open up a PayPal account. PayPal is an internationally recognized payment system that you can actually use to receive payments and also pay your suppliers abroad. So you need a PayPal account, and it should be a merchant PayPal account. That will help you when we come to the area of selling your products. Then once you have done that, you need to have what we call an autoresponder. An autoresponder is an email system that automates your business communication. For instance, for you to receive the first email that I send, I use an autoresponder system. With an autoresponder system, I'm able to sequence my emails. Like for instance, in my case, I actually sequence my emails 3 months in advance. So the email that you are receiving maybe today, I might have done it 3 months ago. And the goodness with the autoresponder system is that it makes your business on what we call autopilot. You can be at the beach and the system is working for you. That's making money in your sleep. The next thing that you need when you are thinking big is you need to have a website. I have a website that we call a one-page ATM website. That's a website that converts. In other words, every visitor who comes to your website should be able to be converted to a buying customer. So you need a website for that. Then of course, with new technology these days, you need now to start building a platform on social media. By social media, I mean things like Facebook, Twitter, blogs, LinkedIn, even email. It can also be a social kind of media platform that you can use to market now the products and services that you are actually doing in your business. Once you have done that, you move to the next letter, which is the P. The P in my Ocean Business System stands for problem. Now, here, once you have registered the company, you need to identify, for instance, if your passion is in music, you need to identify the problems that is in the music industry. And you know, every business is founded on the principle of solving other people's problems. Once you are able to solve other people's problems, a business is established. So how do you go about this problem issue? Number one is that you need to do what I call a survey. You send out a letter or an email to find out what problems musicians are facing in the industry, or what are the challenges that are in the music industry. Once you get feedback from the people that you send that kind of survey, then you can build up content. In other words, you start answering the problems that people have and create a product, record it, maybe like I'm doing via video, or even do a CD that you can actually sell or send to your will-be customers. Then again, after you do the first content creation, you also need again to send another survey to find out if there are any loopholes or missing gaps or something that you have left out that the people that you actually asked need to buy from you. That's how you actually solve this problem issue. So once you create your content, you are able to create a product which now you can sell, like a DVD, or you can sell it as a CD, or you can create an online coaching program that people can actually buy and download electronically. Then the other point that you need is the A, which I call the anchoring. When I'm talking about anchoring, this is where now you first identify the problems that people have, and then identify those problems with your life or your current situation or what you have passed through in life. For instance, in my case, I'm an author, and what I try to solve is the author's problems. Like, for instance, many people want to write a book. They don't know where to start. I tell them my own story, how I started, how I have developed into this book business, and how I help other authors write their first book, of which I want you to be a part of it. I want you to write your first book. So in other words, when you are anchoring, you tell your story which identifies with what people are passing in, and then you tell them what to do. In other words, you giving solutions to the people, and then through that you create partnership with people, you create a platform, people start believing in you, people start trusting in you, and they're able to actually now buy the product that you actually do. Then the last part in starting a business is selling. So now you have identified your passion, you have done a budget, you know that I want to be making $14 every hour, or you want to be making 100,000 every year. Then you need to start thinking big, then identify people's problems, then you tell them the story that relates to their current situation, and then you create a product that you are able to sell to the people to meet the people's needs. So now in selling cannot happen without a physical product. So you need a product. An example is, a few years ago, I found out that authors needed a solution to writing a book. So I came up with this book, which I call Author's Self-Publishing Manual. This is a step-by-step on how you can write a book, how you can get your book printed, how you can actually promote your book. So, in other words, this was a product that I created. So now, once I created this product, which is a book, I need branding. So in branding this book, I remember one time I was doing a book launch in a country called Zambia, and I was being interviewed on radio and television. I was talking about the book, what's in the book, and people started phoning in to find out who the publisher was. I remember the previous night I was listening to a DVD message by Dr. Miles Monroe, and he was saying that every problem creates a business opportunity. I thought about that, and when people started asking who the publisher of my books was, I remembered that message, and at the end of the day, I was a self-publisher of my own books, and I said, I am the publisher. That created a business. I started publishing books for other authors, and that became my product. Then I also created a branding. Branding, first I had to create a logo for the business. At that time it was EMCE Consultants, which I turned into a publishing house. So you can see there the brand is EMC. So this became my logo, and I branded my business with that. Then apart from that, when you create a product, you need to package it in such a way that it's eye-catching. People can identify your product by seeing a logo on it. You brand it, especially for physical products. You really need to brand it. Then once you have done branding, you also need to start selling offline. By offline, I mean maybe for instance, I'm invited to speak somewhere. I need to carry my books and sell at live events. The other way is I can put these books online on my website. People visit my website and they are able to buy this book online. So once you have put your book on your website, you need to link the payment system. That's why I was saying that once you register a company, you need a bank account, and you also need PayPal, where you can actually link it to selling your book online, especially on your website. That's when the dollars, that's when the money starts coming in. So in summary, for you to create a business, you need to use this formula, which I call the seed business formula. The seed business formula in summary is you need to have a passion, you need to write your budget, you need to start thinking big, you need to start solving other people's problems, you need to anchor by telling them what you have passed through and how the product that you have created can benefit them and help them also move to another level of income. And then the last part is selling your product. So I hope this video has been helpful to you, and I look forward to hearing more from you on how I can help you create your business. So look forward to the next video, which I'll be doing on online marketing in detail. Once you have established your business, once you have created a product like this one, I'm going to go into detail on how you can market this book online, sell the book online, and also offline. So thank you very much for tuning in and taking up your time to listen to how you can start your own business.